Fast food is something we all love, no matter where we are in the world. Some items, like burgers, pizzas, fries, and hot dogs, are famous everywhere. Then there are those special dishes that are tied to one country, like Aussie meat pies, British fish and chips, or mouth-watering street foods made fresh just for you. In this video, we're counting down the world's most delicious fast food dishes, all the way to number 1. Get ready, because some of these might just become your new favorites. At number 36, we have bitterballen from the Netherlands. Imagine tiny, crispy balls filled with rich, savory beef gravy. That's bitterballen. They're usually served as a bar snack, and once you try one, it's almost impossible to stop. Originally, they were made from leftover meat after a weekend roast, but nowadays, you'll find them at takeaway spots all across the Netherlands, often paired with a side of fries. Golden, crunchy on the outside and meltingly delicious inside, bitterballen are truly a bite-sized piece of comfort. At number 35, we're heading to Poland for a true classic, pierogi. These little crescent-shaped dumplings have been around since the 13th century, and they're so loved they even have their own patron saint, Saint Hyacinth. Made with simple dough, just flour, water, and sometimes a bit of egg, pierogi are stuffed with all kinds of delicious fillings, from cheesy potatoes to cabbage and mushrooms to juicy meats and even sweet fruits. There's a pierogi for everyone. After boiling, they're lightly fried in butter until golden and irresistible, simple, hearty, and packed with flavor. No wonder they've stayed a favorite for centuries. At number 34, we land in Argentina with the mouth-watering choripan. Born in the 19th century, choripan is a simple yet unforgettable street food. Picture this: a juicy, smoky, grilled chorizo sausage tucked into a crusty roll, bursting with flavor. And it gets even better. It's topped with a generous helping of chimichurri, a spicy, herby sauce that makes every bite a party. To be eaten on the go, choripan isn't just food. It's a true taste of Argentina's passion for bold, hearty flavors. At number 33, we head to the USA for the iconic slider. These tiny, bite-sized burgers may be everywhere today, from fancy weddings to casual bars, but their story began way back in 1921. Billy Ingram, the founder of White Castle, introduced small square hamburgers that cost just 5 cents each, and people couldn't get enough. Even today, thousands of White Castle original sliders are sold daily, still made the classic way. A steam-grilled square patty with 5 little holes, topped with onions and pickles, tucked into a soft bun. Big flavor in a small package. That's the magic of the American slider. At number 32, we dive into the bold flavors of Mexico with elote, or Mexican street corn. This beloved snack has been part of Mexican culture for centuries, and now it's winning hearts across the US, especially in Southern California. Picture a juicy corn cob, grilled until perfectly charred, then smothered with a mouth-watering mix of butter, mayonnaise, lime, chili, and fresh coriander. And to top it all off, a generous sprinkle of cottage cheese, a salty, aged Mexican favorite. Served on a stick, it's messy, spicy, zesty, and absolutely unforgettable. A true street food superstar. At number 31, we head to Uganda for a street food favorite with a surprising name, Rolex. Nope, it's not a luxury watch. It's a delicious, on-the-go meal. A Rolex is basically a thin, veggie-filled omelet wrapped inside a soft East African chapati, rolled up just like a burrito. It all started when a clever businessman set up a food stall near a university in Kampala, offering students a tasty, affordable lunch. Today, Rolex is loved all over Uganda, quick to make, easy to carry, and packed with fresh flavors, simple, smart, and seriously satisfying. At number 30, we're heading to the bustling streets of Thailand for the world-famous Pad Thai. You'll find this dish everywhere, from local food markets to restaurants across the globe. It's a perfect stir-fry of rice noodles, shrimp, egg, and crunchy bean sprouts, tossed with zesty lime and fiery chili, then topped with crushed peanuts for that perfect crunch. Pad Thai can be mild or mouth-numbingly spicy. It's all up to you. Interestingly, it was invented after World War II when Thailand's prime minister wanted to reduce the country's rice consumption. Nutritious, affordable, and packed with flavor. Pad Thai is a delicious piece of history on a plate. At number 29, we journey to sunny Greece for the mouth-watering souvlaki. Picture juicy chunks of chicken or pork skewered and grilled over. Hot charcoal until perfectly smoky and tender. These tasty bites are served either wrapped in warm pita bread with fresh salad and a big spoonful of cool, creamy tzatziki, or with the pita on the side. Souvlaki's roots go way, way back. The oldest known skewers were found on Santorini and are over 4,000 years old. Even Homer mentioned meat cooked over embers in the Iliad, a timeless classic that proves some good things never change. Number 28, we're diving into the vibrant streets of India with the irresistible bhel puri. This sweet and sour snack has a bit of mystery around its origins, with theories linking it to cafes in Gujarat or street vendors in Mumbai. But no matter where it began, one thing's for sure, it's a street food favorite. Bhel puri is made with puffed rice, mixed with potatoes, onions, and a punch of chaat masala, a special spice blend, and topped with tangy chutney. Every bite brings a delightful mix of textures and flavors, sweet, salty, crispy, and tender all at once. Perfect for a snack by the beach or a quick bite in the market, bhel puri is a true taste of India's street food magic. At number 27, we travel to Vietnam for the beloved banh mi, a sandwich with a French twist. This fast food delight has its origins in the 1860s, during the French colonization of northern Vietnam, when French baguettes were introduced and blended with local flavors. What makes banh mi so special? The baguette is made with rice flour, giving it a lighter, airier texture than the classic French version. Inside, you'll find flavorful fillings like pork seasoned with fish sauce, sausage, or even sardines and mackerel. But it doesn't stop there. It's topped with sour pickled veggies, fresh herbs, and a kick of spicy chilies. Every bite is a perfect balance of crunch, spice, and savory goodness, a true fusion of French and Vietnamese culinary traditions. At number 26, we head to Egypt for the tasty and historical ta'ameh. This dish is believed to predate the popular falafel, with roots going back centuries. Made from dried broad beans or fava beans and a blend of aromatic spices, these golden, deep-fried bites are perfect for breakfast. They're often served stuffed in a warm, toasted pita, alongside tahini and fresh salad for that perfect balance of creamy and crunchy. Loved across Egypt, ta'ameh is a delicious reminder of how ancient flavors can stand the test of time. At number 25, we're heading to China for the ever-popular caio fan, better known as Chinese fried rice. This quick and comforting raw dish is enjoyed across Asia, featuring rice, eggs, vegetables, and your choice of meat or seafood, all stir-fried together with soy sauce for a flavorful punch. The origins of caio fan trace back to the Sui dynasty, 589-618 AD in Yangzhou, China, when it was invented as a clever way to use up leftover rice and ingredients. It's so beloved that it's also a favorite in Japan, where it's called chahan. Whether as a snack or a meal, caio fan is the ultimate combination of convenience and taste. At number 24, we travel to Turkey for the savory delight of shawarma. This meaty fast food is believed to have its roots in the Ottoman Empire, and today it's a street food staple not only in Turkey, but across the Middle East. Shawarma is made by stacking lamb and chicken on a rotating spit, where it's slowly cooked to perfection. Once it's hot and juicy, it's sliced thin and wrapped in flatbread, accompanied by pickled vegetables, fresh salad, and mouth-watering sauces. Sold everywhere from food trucks to high-end restaurants, shawarma is a delicious, flavorful bite that's perfect for any time of day. At number 23, let's talk about arepa, a beloved dish from Venezuela and Colombia. This doughy delight has been a staple in South America since pre-Columbian times. Made from ground maize, the dough is shaped into flat rounds and can be boiled, steamed, fried, or baked to perfection. What makes arepa so amazing is its versatility. It's stuffed with everything from fried eggs, beans, and cheese to meats and fish, depending on the region. Sold by street vendors throughout Venezuela and Colombia, arepa is the perfect breakfast or snack that brings a delicious taste of South America to every bite. At number 22, we're diving into vada pav, a true gem in India's street food scene. This flavorful dish is a deep-fried, spicy potato fritter served inside a soft roll, called pav, with tangy chutneys that pack a punch. Vada pav's rise to fame is often credited to Venkatesh Iyer, who saw a small vada pav cart next to a giant McDonald's in Mumbai and realized the potential to bring this local snack to the masses. He went on to start the famous Goli Vada Pav fast food chain. Now enjoyed by people all over India, vada pav is a must-try for anyone craving bold, spicy flavors. At number 21, let's talk about the delicious gyros, a fast food classic from Greece. This iconic dish features a soft, fluffy pita bread packed with juicy rotisserie meat, creamy tzatziki sauce, shredded lettuce, and fresh tomatoes. Gyros is believed to be inspired by the doner kebab, and its origins even trace back to Alexander the Great's army, who roasted skewered meat on open fires way back in the 4th century BC. Still hugely popular in Greece today, gyros is the perfect blend of savory, tangy, and fresh flavors all in one bite. At number 20, let's indulge in the sweet and crispy churros from Spain. These long, finger-shaped donuts have been enjoyed in Spain for centuries and have become a global street food sensation. In fact, they're so popular, they're among the highest-ranked recipe searches on Google. Made with choux pastry dough, churros are piped into hot oil through a star-shaped hole, creating that signature crispy texture. Once golden brown, they're finished with a dusting of cinnamon and sugar and served with a rich, decadent chocolate dipping sauce. Perfect for a treat at any time of day, churros are simply irresistible. At number 19, we have the soft and spongy bao buns from China. Originating from Fujian, these delicate buns are traditionally filled with sliced pork belly, stir-fried pickled, mustard greens, coriander, and crushed peanuts, all wrapped in a slice of lotus leaf bread. Bao buns got a major boost in popularity when David Chang, founder of the Momofuku restaurant chain, introduced them to the US and the world in the 2000s. With their unique texture and delicious fillings, bao buns have quickly become a must-try dish everywhere. At number 18, let's dive into the iconic fish and chips from the UK. This classic dish is a British institution. It's the perfect combo of flaky, battered white fish and crispy, chunky chips. So ingrained in British culture, it's even said that Prime Minister Winston Churchill kept fish and chips off the rationing list during World War II to protect national morale. While some love their fish and chips simply seasoned with salt and vinegar, others add a side of tangy tartare sauce, mushy peas, or even a pickled egg for extra flavor. No matter how you like it, fish and chips is always a satisfying treat. Number 17, we're off to Japan for the tasty and fun takoyaki. These ball-shaped delights originated in Osaka and are made from a wheat flour batter cooked in special, hot molded pans. What makes takoyaki so irresistible is the savory filling. Minced octopus meat, pickled ginger, and onion come together for a delicious bite. While today you can find takoyaki being sold by street vendors across Japan, it's believed that the first stall to ever sell takoyaki was Tomokichi Endo in 1935. So next time you're in Japan or looking for a delicious snack, make sure to try these warm, crispy, and flavorful balls of joy. At number 16, we're heading to Berlin, Germany for the delicious currywurst. This tasty twist on a traditional bratwurst was invented in 1949 by a clever German housewife named Herta Heuer. She swapped alcohol with British soldiers in exchange for ketchup and curry powder, which she then mixed together and poured over grilled bratwurst slices. Now, currywurst is a Berlin street food favorite, sold by food carts all over the city. It's savory, tangy, and full of flavor, a must-try for anyone visiting Berlin. So if you're in the mood for a spicy sausage, currywurst is the way to go. Coming in at number 15, we've got the burrito, a classic that's loved worldwide. While some say burritos hail from northern Mexico, others believe they were born in the American Southwest. Either way, they've become one of the most popular handheld foods. Originally, burritos were simple, a flour tortilla wrapped around just a few fillings like meat, fish, potatoes, rice, and cheese. But today, burritos are anything but simple. They're often packed to the brim with sizzling ingredients or smothered in sauces. So whether you like it plain or loaded with toppings, a good burrito is always a satisfying meal. At number 14, we've got the doner kebab, a Turkish-inspired snack that's taken the Berlin fast food scene by storm. While currywurst is famous here, doner kebab actually outsells it, and for good reason. The story goes that in the early 1970s, two Turkish-German immigrants started selling these tasty kebabs on the streets of West Berlin. Fast forward to today, and over 1,000 eateries in the city serve this irresistible dish. A doner is made with spiced, slow-cooked meat, sliced thinly and served in fluffy flatbread, topped with fresh vegetables and sauces. It's a filling, flavorful meal that's become a favorite for people on the go. Coming in at number 13, we have bunny chow, a delicious and portable South African street food. The concept is simple, a hollowed-out loaf of bread filled with curry. It could be made with mutton, lamb, chicken, beans, or even vegetables. The story behind the bunny chow goes back to the 1940s when Indian migrant workers came up with this inventive dish. Working on the plantations, they needed a way to carry their lunch, so they took their curries, stuffed them inside bread rolls, and voila! The bunny chow was born. The curry-soaked bread makes every bite full of flavor. 12 on our list is the beloved taco, a true Mexican classic. While it's tough to say exactly when tacos were first created, they definitely have roots in ancient Mexican cultures, with early versions made from corn tortillas and filled with everything from offal to fish. But the taco really became popular in Southern California in the 1920s. That's when ground beef replaced the traditional offal, and toppings like cheese, shredded lettuce, and sour cream started to make tacos even more delicious. Around the 1940s, the hard taco shell made its debut. Today, tacos are one of the most iconic and loved fast foods, enjoyed all over the world. Coming in at number 11 is the meat pie, a beloved comfort food in Australia. This tasty snack has a special place in Aussie culture, often enjoyed during sports games or while on a road trip. A classic Aussie pie is made with beef cooked in a rich gravy, then wrapped in a short crust pastry base and topped with a puff pastry lid. It's typically served with a generous dollop of tomato sauce. The history of the meat pie goes way back to the First Fleet, the ships that brought the first British settlers to Australia. Today, you'll find these pies everywhere, from bakeries to petrol stations, making it one of Australia's most popular quick meals. Next up is the classic bratwurst from Germany. This savory sausage is a street food favorite, sold everywhere, from vendors to restaurants. Bratwurst is made from pork mixed with a blend of spices like coriander, ginger, pepper, and a touch of nutmeg. It's traditionally served in a roll with a generous smear of mustard. The origins of bratwurst date all the way back to 1313 in Nuremberg, a city still famous for the dish, and home to the Bratwurst Museum. Whether you're enjoying it on the streets or in a restaurant, this sausage is a must-try when visiting Germany. Let's talk about the beloved samosa from India. These crispy, triangular pastries are filled with a savory mixture, often of spiced vegetables or sometimes meat. The samosa has a rich history, with its first written mention dating back to the 11th century, though it's believed to have been around much longer. Some even claim that the samosa might be the world's first fast food. It actually originated in Iran, where it was filled with minced meats, nuts, and dried fruit, enjoyed as a snack at the royal courts of the Ghaznavid Empire. Migrants brought it to India, where the dish was adapted, with the vegetable-filled version becoming a popular street food snack across the country. Let's dive into the comfort food heaven of poutine from Canada. This dish is the perfect combination of crispy fries, cheese curds, and rich, savory gravy. It's so beloved, one bite can make you feel instantly cozy. The story behind poutine dates back to the 1950s in rural Quebec. While the exact origins are debated, most stories say it all started when a restaurant owner named Fernand Lachance at Le Lutin Query noticed customers pairing fries with cheese curds. He decided to put the two together, and soon added gravy, creating a dish that would become a Canadian legend. Let's talk about a true American classic, the cheeseburger. It's so iconic, you'd be hard-pressed to find a fast food menu without it. But did you know its origins trace back to 1924 in Pasadena, California? It was there that 16-year-old Lionel Sternberger had a brilliant idea at his father's diner, the right spot. He melted a slice of cheese onto a hamburger, and just like that, the cheeseburger was born. The rest, as they say, is delicious history. Today, it's one of the most loved fast food items around the world. Let's take a bite into fried chicken, a global comfort food favorite. While southern USA is where it's most popular today, its origins go way back. Scotland is where fried chicken started in 1747, but it was Scottish plantation owners who brought it to America. However, it was enslaved African Americans who truly made it their own, adding bold spices and seasonings to turn this dish into the crispy, flavorful delight we know today. Then, in the 20th century, KFC made it an international sensation, cementing fried chicken as a fast food staple across the globe. Let's talk about the hot dog, a simple snack with a rich history. While most people associate it with America, its roots trace back to Austria or Germany. German immigrants brought the concept to the USA in the 1800s, and by the late 19th century, hot dog stands started popping up all over the country. One iconic stand, Nathan's Famous, was opened in 1916 by Polish immigrant Nathan Handwerker in New York City. Fast forward to today, and the hot dog has become a nationwide favorite, with different cities serving up their own versions, from the Chicago dog to the classic Coney Island dog. And let's not forget, there are plenty of international takes on the hot dog too. The fried chicken sandwich is a classic American favorite, but it's actually a product of global influences. The concept of eating meat in bread dates back to John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, who is said to have been the first to do it. Scottish cooks were the pioneers of frying chicken in breadcrumbs, and then enslaved people in the American South added their own twist by spicing up the recipe. But the fried chicken sandwich as we know it today was popularized by Chick-fil-A in 1964 when they introduced the original chicken sandwich, a breaded chicken breast served on a toasted buttered bun with 2 pickles. It's a combination that has stood the test of time and is still going strong. Pizza, a dish we all know and love, has been around for centuries. But the modern pizza, as we recognize it today, was born in Naples, Italy, in the late 1700s. It all started with street vendors selling simple dough topped with salt and garlic, making it an affordable and quick meal for the growing population. But pizza didn't become famous until Queen Margherita of Italy visited Naples in the 1800s and tasted the dish. Legend says a pizza was created specifically for her, topped with tomato, mozzarella, and basil to represent the colors of the Italian flag, and it was named after her, Pizza Margherita. Today, pizza is a global phenomenon with countless variations, from the thick, cheesy Chicago deep dish to the thin, crispy New York-style slices we all crave. The hamburger, a fast food classic, has a surprising history that stretches back to the 13th century. The Mongols introduced the idea of minced meat to Europe, including Germany, where it became popular to cook beef in spicy patties. The city of Hamburg in Germany is where the dish became known, and German settlers brought it to the United States. In the late 1800s, the modern hamburger that we know today has 2 key inventors, Louis Lasson, who served the first patty between two slices of bread at Louis Lunch in Connecticut, and Walter Anderson, who invented the hamburger bun at White Castle. Now hamburgers are a worldwide staple, served everywhere from fast food joints to gourmet restaurants. French fries, the golden, crispy snack we all love, have a surprisingly debated history. Despite their name, French fries might not have even come from France. Some say they originated in Paris, while others point to Belgium as their true birthplace. It was in 1780 when Thomas Jefferson, the future US president, was working as the American minister to France, that French fries were introduced to the USA. But here's a fun fact. It was actually Jefferson's enslaved chef, James Hemings, who is credited with cooking them. Their popularity soared in the 20th century, becoming a fast food staple with brands like McDonald's in 1949 and Burger King following soon after. Today, French fries are the ultimate fast food delight, crispy, salty, and always irresistible.